help change the conscious field, you know, because as a light, we could basically penetrate any darkness, any level of darkness. We just need to come together. So some of the things we could do is meditate. We could summon UFOs, let them know that we have the knowledge, we understand, and we're ready, you know, and let's start leading. Let's stop waiting for Obama to announce or make it's irrelevant what they do. Who really cares? Let's just do it as a people. The leaders will follow us.
And light always dispels darkness. It's not the other way around. So here you see where our power is and where we're leaning towards. We're leaning towards more of the awakening of our intelligence, about the knowledge of things around us. It's really just waking up. I feel like, you know, how Sleeping Beauty, you know, once she got kissed by the prince, you know, all the light came into the palace, and all the things that held them down in the darkness dissipated. So it just takes a little bit of light from each and every one of us. The consciousness field is very, very powerful. You'll be drawing in things as you're meditating from a collective field that may come from other universes, it may come from just other places in the world. We're now seeing on our sites a nice dialogue that has come about. And it's not so much that we want a lot of followers, we just want a lot of people who have an open mind, because we're interested in learning just as much, we hope, as eager as you are, because we have this passion to understand the world around us, and this is all part of it. And we're not dismissing anything. We're just trying to figure out, you know, what's out there, put it all together for those of you who don't have the time or the, you know, the equipment to actually get out there and research all this information on YouTube, or you know, read all the books that you need to read, and meet all the people that you need to meet. It's a task that's overwhelming, but if each of us do a little bit of our part, and then you get on and you start making comments, it gets amazing. It gets exciting. As a matter of fact, we're making a lot of new friends on our comments. And hello to our UK friends if you're out there watching. I'd love to meet you someday. Possibly we could Skype you in.
Yes, we've been getting a tremendous response from all over the world, from many enlightened people that, you know, already opened up to this, and we get a lot of comments like, "Wow, we're proud and so amazed to see, you know, people from the U.S. doing what you guys do."
Yes, yes, and they actually, some people want to share their stories and be on our show.
Be on the show.
And we're going to try to figure out a way to do that.
Get them in on here.
Yeah, if you're locally in Florida, you're welcome to come, you know, and actually be here live. But somehow, if you can't, if you're on the other part of the world, maybe we can Skype you in, or you can do a video or something, a little clip about yourself, and we can play you and have a little dialogue about your perspective. Because this is all about opening our minds. It's not about starting another religion. It's not about starting a cult. It's not about saying, this is what we believe, you all have to believe this, or, you know, we don't believe you. You know, it's all about opening up to a new vision, a new way of being, a new way of seeing things. And it's a work in progress. And we're all co-creating with each other. And that's how the conscious field works. And I can't even imagine what the collective has in store for us. So it's like starting a painting and just letting your hand go. You know, there's things that will come out of that if you don't have ideas about exactly. Just have the aim for something beautiful to be created, something good, something helpful, something loving, and you'll be amazed at what comes out of this consciousness field, which is a field of energy, which is what we're all part of.
We're all energy.
We're
Everything
all energy,
is energy.
And ETs can tap into us if they're out there. And maybe in your interpretation, there are spiritual leaders or angels, whatever you want to call them. It's just a name, it's just a label. Just have them have this all an experience used for good, for evolving, for becoming a better person, and a better place for this world to be in.
Definitely. And another cool quote I want to quote, I got something from Bob Dean that I thought was funny but enlightening in the same time. And he said, the truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. Yeah. And I think that couldn't be any further from the truth, because it is so enlightening, understanding, you know, some of the stuff that we understand about consciousness and extraterrestrials and all this amazing stuff, you know, the soul being eternal. always existing and passing on to other dimensions. Amazing stuff. But in the very beginning, when you get this knowledge, you find out really quick a lot of our society is backwards, and it's really sad, the suppression that's going on and just everything around us. So it is upsetting at first, but understand that upsettingness could eventually and will eventually set you free if you just stick on your path of life.
And your pain is your power. You know, what do you want to do with it? You have a choice. You know, this was a horrible thing, you know, possibly that you encountered, or, you feel cheated out of the truth all your life. So now you have a choice. You make a change. And from here on forward, life is going to be a lot different because you had your change and you made an input in it and you put your fingerprint on it. And so that's what's so beautiful about it. This is the power that we have. So instead of feeling powerless, nothing's going to change, my life is just the way it is, I'm stuck in this matrix, just take those little things as miracles that you can make changes, because as far as everything is pattern in our consciousness, and one little change completely changed. It's like emoto in the water, and consciousness flows like water with information, and it's more consciousness than it is actually matter. So what you can do is, if you're envisioning, you have an experience that you don't know how to handle because it feels like it's very negative and it brings you down, try to change your thinking about it. And if you can do anything, try not to focus on anything negative. Try to think about making a choice of thinking about something beautiful to cancel out that negative. But if you possibly can, think about all the beautiful things that comes with the death of an experience that isn't all the things that you will learn from it, and all the things that now you can bring to the earth and to this world that can possibly help other people in the future. And this is how we evolve, and this is how we become the whole being, the intelligence of the whole being. We can only get a part of it in our local field, but we can tap into these things in the non-local field that are far more advanced. And when you're open, this information just flows right through you. You just never know what's in store for you for the next day, and so it becomes a magical place to live. Very
magical, and something we could do as well is start to question our reality. I was watching something, and they explain how reality is like a hologram.
Yes, so we're like super holograms, because whatever we like envision, first of all, if you can't envision it, it won't happen in your own reality. So it's almost like there's all these dimensions of realities that are happening simultaneously. It's like perfection and imperfection happens simultaneously. It's happening at the same time, and you don't know, you can't label it perfection or imperfection. It's just what is. And so when you tap into this ultimate field of existence, this divine energy, it becomes non-judgmental, and you begin to open up to another vibration. You vibrate at a